Hello, people, and welcome to part 1 of my angerless playthrough of Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. So, if you follow me on Twitch, you can tell that I've tried streaming this game about 3 or 4 or 5 times, and my internet's been too bad for it to go through. But, my OBS is set up, I can record, and recording doesn't require internet, just the upload stuff. So, I'm gonna record it with YouTube, and even though it isn't optimal, I think I'll do pretty well. So, let's get a new game. All I've done is messed around in the opening, tutorial area, and I haven't actually played the game yet, so let's go. So, I have watched the game quite a bit before, and I already said that I've messed around in the opening area for a little bit. So, I think I'm familiar with the controls a little bit. So, let's go. Yeah. I've also watched speedruns of this game, and that's some insane stuff. I'm not going to be doing that, but I know kind of the general deal. You have to do wide swings, yeah. So overall, I think I'm about halfway through the game at this point, so it's gonna be
There's
easy.
No feeling more intense
No.
than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before
Whoa.
it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour on the commute.
My story with this game is that I watched a playthrough. I thought it was pretty cool when it was really big in 2017 or 2018. But I never really bought it. And I thought it was interesting, but it wasn't worth the $8. But right now, I'm feeling like I need to be challenged a little bit, so I'm just,
Thanks for coming
figuring
with me on this
it out.
I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop.
Ooh, that was a nice one.
Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Yes.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking.
I'll let the announcer
The
speak.
author of that game was Jazor, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects.
Let me just
Designers
turn up the audio here.
slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Well, when I was trying this out, I was not struggling this much on this part. Which, I think that's the intention of Getting Over It. It's designed so that it's very hard to get a handle on the controls, but once you do, you just go. It's also meant to
In a certain way,
remove a
Sexy
lot of
Hiking
your
is the
progress
perfect embodiment of a B game.
in
It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled
stuff,
parts.
And
it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer.
Yes.
And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
I'm doing speed
Anyway, when you start
strats.
sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real. The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential
Darn
to
it.
the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
This part's tough, I would say. Ooh. Ooh, no. Darn. So, like, the best part about getting over it is the anger reactions. Like, oh man, I can't believe I fell over in getting over it. And the best part of the not anger is live streaming. Like, you can see the streamer almost cracking, and if they survive, you know, that's the entertainment right there. But with YouTube playthrough, it's really has half of its allure removed, because there's no live stream crowd egging you on. There's no like live counter to show that you're getting progressively angrier, and I think live streaming does that a lot better than YouTube. Now, I think I'm gonna make the first part through YouTube and the second part through streaming once I figure out what's wrong with my internet. Because I don't lose frames, then I lose frames after like a minute of streaming. So, I have a lot of VODs that are just me saying 15 seconds of intro and then immediately freezing, and me ending the stream. But when I do like the pre-stream bandwidth test, now I actually get to live stream for about like 18 minutes with no dropped frames. And it's always slightly irritating when you do something out of the shadow of people that you want to impress, and then it doesn't happen while you're actually doing it in front of them. If you know what I mean. And this is precarious. Ooh, look at that. Now,
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time.
yeah, see, the Bennett Foddy guy's right. I know it is possible. I did it while I was messing pre-stream. Well, pre-recording. And now I'm just not doing it. Which is really great design of the game right there. So do you think the guy in the pot's name is Bennett Foddy? Yeah, now see, here's something that would be interesting through live stream, but not through recording, because if you go through the timeline and the comments don't say anything in particular about this chapter of my Bennett Foddy journey, you know that I'm not gonna freak out. So there's no tension here. Which I'm not gonna freak out, okay? That's... But if it was a live stream, then who knows what I could be doing in the next 4 minutes, you know? Also, you know, interactions with chat, conversations, you know. Conversing with just yourself is a very hard skill to acquire, and even if you do it perfectly, it isn't as interactive than actual conversation with 2 or more people. So, I'm gonna expect this to be one of my most boring videos, but I'm gonna upload it anyway because it's a promise I sort of came up with by myself, to myself. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, now, this is where it gets tense. I'm allowed to be tense, I'm not allowed to be angry. Like angered. I'm allowed to be disappointed, not allowed to let my emotions get the best of me. Well, I am allowed to, but you know, I'm not gonna do it. Now this is intense. But I think I have this in the bag.
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
I agree with that quote.
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash. But only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy.
Now, I'll be honest, this is the part that I got to outside of recording, and I've never progressed further than this. I have kind of already heard the quotes, but the last time I heard them was in 2018, so don't you worry. So, ooh, no? Now, I would say that technology trashes itself very quickly. Like, in high school, I kind of lost my phone for a while, and I got the cheapest phone imaginable, which I like to call the Among Us phone. Look at that. Do 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 do. This. So it's a emergency phone that has a window, a see-through window that normally has AA batteries in it. And if you look, there's a big 911 button right in the center. And I've accidentally called the police with this thing like 2-3 times. And I hated it. I still hate it. It sucks. But now it's just trash because the company that made it discontinued its use. So now it's literally useless. It's literally just a plastic shell. But when you look at things, this is still, there are still semiconductors in this thing. It's obviously been machined very well. And now it's just plastic refuge, like a plastic straw or a plastic spoon. Ooh, I think I figured out how to do
This is what
it.
digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Okay, so the good news is I didn't fall that far. Ooh. Ooh. Ah? No. Now, my favorite streamer that I've seen play Getting Over It is Germa, and it's funny because he progressively gets angrier and angrier, and I just think it's very funny how he navigated it. My favorite quote is, I'm so angry. I'm gonna squeeze an orange into my own mouth, and that's how I'm gonna make orange juice tomorrow, or something like that. And it's very funny because I just imagine him going to sleep, having like a nice dream, waking up, brushing his teeth, doing whatever you do in the morning. And then he just squeezes an orange into his own mouth, like super angry,
That's
like,
a deep
ah!
frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Like, a little bit of a shift. Yeah, that's the word. Ooh, made it back. Now. This time I'm not gonna fall. I hope. What if this is just like a playthrough that takes 2 years? No.
There's 3D models of breakfast. Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned
Whoa,
stuff
Shia
scenes on
LaBeouf's
Live
in
Leak.
here?
Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.
Okay, now here's the thing.
Everything's
Ooh.
fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
I like this. It's like spoken word poetry. most of the streamers that I've seen
Oof, sorry about that.
play this game have muted the announcer because they consider him to be a bit, I don't know, snobbish, or like, invigorating, like, I can't believe he would say something so
Oh, it happened
calmly
again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
when I'm so upset. But I've always been a fan of modern art, so I can appreciate it. And I'm aware the intention is to make me angry, but as you can tell, I'm not gonna get angry. Yeah. Now, I did not want to land out of the concrete barrier and into the tutorial mountain again, but unfortunately I have. So this is a great time to refresh and, I don't know, upgrade my skills. Yeah. Like, I have the time. Now, here's the thing. I'm sick. Like, with something. So, I'm not allowed to do my job and go anywhere, so I've been really bored. And emotionally, frustration is better than boredom, that's for sure.
This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. Mary Pickford.
I agree, Mary Pickford. Let's do it. Now, the game design is very much repeatable, and therefore my commentary is going to be repeatable as well, as symbolism that I've already done this part before. So that way you can't criticize that I've run out of things to talk about. So, who is Mary Pickford? I'm gonna Google it on my phone soon enough here. But yeah, this is intense. Yeah, before then, I'm just gonna enter Zen, move on, squeeze an orange into my own mouth, and that's how I'm gonna drink orange juice tomorrow. Oop, see, look, that was like 10 times faster than the first time I did it. That is if I'm doing it right now. Which I am, because I'm just that good. Whop. 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 Okay. Now, one thing that is interesting is the more time you spend down here, the harder it feels, and the more comedic it is to people outside of yourself. Like, I can't believe he's stuck on the same thing. for, what has it been? A few minutes? Yeah. And it also adds to the triumph of when you finally complete it. Like, the speedrunners obviously feel a lot of triumph. But if you've seen them, like, not beat PB but still climb to the top of the mountain, they don't get as much enjoyment out of it. So, it's really a give and take. Like, how frustrated are you going to be, or how much time are you going to spend on this game? And the more you put in, the more you get out. That doesn't mean I'm being bad on purpose, trust me. I'm doing as good as I can while being distracted with commentary. But you know, that's fine. Yeah, you just gotta get the right cadence. Sometimes I'll not say stuff so I can focus. Ooh, 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 ooh. Perfect. So what am I gonna launch? How am I gonna launch here? I'm gonna... Ooh, yeah, I got it. Okay, how did I do this? Yep, now I remember. See, look, I'm already up here. And let me tell you, if I got upset, I probably would have taken quite a bit longer. Now, I'm not going to intentionally snake myself back down to the deep, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did it again. Now, setting yourself up for disappointment is an effective way to tame the disappointment once it comes up. So, yeah. Yeah, no, now this is stressful. Not anger inducing, but very stressful. Because you have to be very careful around here. Or else you accidentally go down in the deep the green area. I want to hear more of Bennett Foddy's, like, spoken word poetry. I don't want to hear him say that. I don't want to hear him say that. Going down the road feeling bad.
Get nasty over, boy. Going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad.
Aw, man. If I was in the development studio or just like wherever he made the game, I would love to see his reaction to, like, ah, man, I can't wait to put this song in. The good news is I landed on the pipe and not on the ore area. So, and I will forever figure out how this thing works. One day, I'm gonna do like the lantern in like 30 seconds.
They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese, and I ain't going to be treated this way.
So what I'm thinking is that I'm doing it too aggressively. But it's very hard to not be aggressive with this thing.
Let's go to town, boys. Hey,
Ah.
buddy.
Okay, now what I did wrong there
Oh, draw,
was
draw.
tried going to my left like that to reach up and grab
$10
it.
shoe fits my feet. A $10 shoe fits my feet.
$10 shoe fits my feet.
And I ain't going to be treated this way. Going where
Darn.
the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. And I ain't going to be
Isn't it
treated
strange
this
that we
way.
seek artificial difficulty in things that don't matter? Like, very much shows human spirit of, like, being ready to upset ourselves. Which I think is a very strong characteristic of a successful species, you know? Yeah. Now, every failure sets up your determination, and if you've experienced too much failure, your determination becomes, I don't know, temporarily,
No.
temporarily, muffled. But that isn't gonna be me. I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna climb the cliffs of getting over it. And you're gonna watch. Or not. It's fine if you don't watch. Because I will win.
The vertical wall here has a way of getting it harder the more times you try it. I think anger makes you swing the hammer harder, and that can push you away from the wall.
Oh, no.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push. Didn't work. That worked. I know how to do this. I already did it. See, look. Now, slowly get it in there. I get over and we're back to where I fell, which, you know, is nice. That's nice. Yeah. Now, this is the original hard area. I saved myself right there. You gotta... this is the hardest area of the game so far, in my opinion. It isn't the hardest area of the game. That's coming up eventually. But, from what I've seen of the speedrunners, the vertical ice wall seems like something I'll be really good at. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Now, what you have to do to not fall down in the concrete is you have to be very careful. I'm gonna stop providing commentary for a little bit so I can get up here safely. But you know what? A shock collar getting over it would be an interesting proposition here. I'd obviously win. I don't scream that much. But, it'd just be a little additive to show off how good I am at a video game. This is freaky out here. No. So how much should a episode last? Like, I look at the recording time, 35 minutes. I've done really well for 35 minutes. You know? What a freaky game. No. How much do shock collars cost? Yeah. Because if it isn't too expensive, you know. I'm not a freak, I swear. No. I'm just inquiring on the internet. Gonna get like Omega launched down into the deep again. Like, this was so easy the first time around. It's just how you think about it. It's nervousness seeping in and breaking my concentration. Like, my hands are sweating a bit. The good news is, I could always go slow. Take the coward's way out. Ooh, look. That's a new level of over it right there. I'm now a getting over it professional. Ooh, look. I'm winning here. I'm winning here. Freaking child. Yeah.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content
Nice.
that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
I like how the music hit in right there. Does the music just stop sometimes? If you aren't doing anything or you're doing something again? Ooh. So I know the pathing because I've watched a lot of speedruns, as I already said. So I'm not going to be tricked by the pathing here. Well, I hope never...
When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat.
Yeah,
You could swallow a baseball bat.
I could swallow a baseball bat. Yeah. See, I'm getting the hang of this stuff.
Now I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude
No.
with 10 million views does
No.
it for you.
No.
Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's
I'm
culture
playing
too.
it. That's culture too. Yeah, see, follow me on Twitch or YouTube. 10 million views though. I hope.
The soul would have no rainbow, had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney.
John Vance Cheney, you're a gamer. That's what I have to say. But look at that. I did it very well, I would have to say. YouTube or Twitch, that's culture too. Isn't that a cool... I never heard that before. Look at that. I'm getting so good. Not to brag about my own amazing getting over it skills or anything, but... Okay. See, look, I'm already back. I'm like the best gamer here.
The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before.
That's the deal. Okay.
C.S. Lewis.
Ah. Now, every time you repeat something, you get better at it. Understanding failure is the key to victory. Sigma grind set right there. Yeah. But the more you get upset about something, the longer it takes you to get over it. Yeah. Which is fine, you know, sometimes you have to be upset. Look,
I feel
the
within
more
me
time
a
I play
peace
this
above
game,
all earthly
the
dignity,
worse my
a
commentary is
still
going to
and quiet
be.
conscience. William Shakespeare.
You can't imagine how still my heart is right now. Be quiet. Heart's pounding. No. My mouse sucks. That's my excuse. No. Now, the gamer's secret thing is to play this video while you sleep. And if I get angry, I can like wake you up or something. I don't know. That would be truly watching this video on hard mode.
No.
Now playing on hard mode is right here. Yeah. Is there hard mode in this game? Like there should be like getting over it DLC, or is it just this one particular mountain? Now, another thing I have to be very happy about is that I have a nice mouse. Like, some people play this on mobile, and that's like an extra challenge right there. Imagine using like a touch screen to play Getting Over It. I think I'd go insane. I swear I haven't played that much. It might look like I'm a professional mega gamer, but I swear, no. Okay, so you do that. You do that. Bravo right there. Now, the furthest Germa has gone has been here. And that's the last time I've watched Getting Over It. So, although the new stuff may not be new still, it's still gonna be newer, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're back to the safe area here. And look at that. Ooh. That was me coughing. How much? Now, Furnitureland, or whatever it's called in the speedrunning community. It's an interesting looking place. I just want to hear more of Bennett Foddy's like acrobat stuff, so that is my pieces of inspiration here. What?
You'll be back here again and again. Avenge and repent until you've ascended. Or until you're contented.
Well, let me tell you, Mr. Foddy, I'm not gonna be contented here. I'm gonna beat this game for everyone. Everyone in my community. Online community, that is. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. So, how's everyone's lives going? I hope it's going well. Don't really have a frame of reference here, but I hope everything's going alright for you. You know what I need to do? I need to watch a Bob Ross episode. That way I have conversation topics, because, you know, I want this to be like a Bob Ross-esque Getting Over It stream. Ooh. It's alright, that's alright. That's recoverable. Eventually. If I have to do like the tight pass thing, once again I'll be slightly miffed. But not angry. It's alright. But let me tell you, I think I'm getting the mastery of this thing. Yeah.
Oh no.
Nope. 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 Stop. Now, the coward's way would be to blame the mouse. I'm not gonna be a coward. I am gonna reset my mouse though. Give me a second. Now this is spooky. No. Now that is extra spooky.
You cannot now believe that you will ever feel better.
Ooh.
But this is not true. You're sure to be happy again. And knowing this, truly believing it, will make you less miserable now. Abraham Lincoln.
Well, that was quite a setback right there. But, you know, life moves on. There's sort of a tension that comes with almost losing something. And most of the time, that tension is worse than actually losing it. Like, for example, has any of... if you've watched The Polar Express, like I had as a kid, you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, let me explain. So, in The Polar Express, there was a, there was a bit of a jump scare halfway through the movie where the kid goes through a puppet like car of broken toys, and the homeless guy, who's actually Santa or like a ghost, he starts controlling the broken puppets from the top, and they like say, "Aw, man, you suck, Santa isn't real," or something, I don't know. But it's such a creepy, like, horror bit from The Polar Express that's totally different from everything else in this show. And when, like, in second grade, when we used to watch The Polar Express for holidays, I was aware of the tonal shift in the entire first half of the movie. I was like, okay, this is fun, but the puppets are coming and I hate that scene. So, I didn't have as much fun the first half than the second half, because I was like, oh, the scary part's over. I'm happy here. The point is, it's sometimes scarier to fear losing progress than the actual progress lost. Which I think isn't that bad. Like, look, I'm already back to where I started, so it's like I'm already there. Darn it. Like, you know how you stretch a rubber band till it snaps? Like, the agony of waiting for it to snap is worse than it actually snapping? I hope that's a semi-universal thing. Because I just snapped the rubber band and I'm back to where I am. This is still like the early game here, though. I'll win. This is like child's play. Now, one thing that I can criticize Mr. Foddy on is the difficulty curve. Because the game, from what I've seen, doesn't get more difficult. It just is long, and it has opportunities for you to go back. So once you've uncovered the secrets of the over it, then all of the obstacles are easy, although still hard, you know? Like, this is a hard game. I'll put that in my review. This is a hard game. If you're not aware of that, I don't know what you are. No. Now we're in the classical painting area, which is better. And we're up to new area again. Isn't that cool, right?
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is,
Oh,
trash is
I'm playing it.
disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated.
Yeah, see, this song bops. Why can't they let the music play in the background forever? I'm just gonna turn this up. Okay? Motion blur. Use trackpad. Yeah. Isn't that like a meta thing, though, you know? If you're playing this, you're smarter than everyone else. That's what he said, right? Or that's just my ego talking right there. Yeah. What, is this guy stuck? Oh, I see. I'm smart.
Oh,
Ooh.
An orange is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Boop. What's down here? Ooh, it's a drop zone to probably somewhere I don't want to be, so I'm not gonna do it. Ha, take that. Okay, so this is the jump swing, which is freaky because most people play this game slower than me. And I know that if you fall here, that's what happens. Whoa.
I left my mother, the best friend I had.
Okay, I think I'll turn the music volume down. I'm sorry, guys.
Was a man that took me. That's why I'm all in bed.
Let me tell you, Furniture Land isn't that hard. Okay?
Nobody gives me sympathy. That's the reason why I cry for me. Sitting all alone, I can see 1,000 miles away. Sitting all alone, I can see 1,000 miles away. I can see the man that made me what I am today. He has made me weak. He has made me moan and groan. He has made me weak. He has made me moan and groan. Took me from my home and left me all alone. Left my mother standing in the door.
Your mother.
I left my
That was trying to be a spy impression right there.
With her hair All my clothes is torn, the soles wore
Our life moves on.
off
It happens.
All my clothes is torn, the soles wore off my
Now, if it were to happen down there, life moves on also. Also, it happens, but worse. Oh, there's the orange. Whoa. Can I just, like, eat it? Get 2 HP? Whoa, poggers. No. See, look, I'm a professional here, okay? I even made one big mistake inside my other big mistake, so we didn't have to listen to 2 Bennett Foddy quotes. So that's how you know I'm good. Oh, I see. I see. See, look, new techniques for getting to the same place. Yeah. Now, right now my recording is starting to be an hour long. And I'm feeling good, actually. I could play this game a lot longer here. But, in sake for cleaning it up, I think I'm gonna take a bit of a break here. I would like to get back to where I finished, but it's alright. I'll do it again. So, I hope you have a good rest of your day if you're watching these things on separate days. I hope you come back and watch how angry I'm gonna get second time.
No.
Like, imagine the second episode, just like the entire time. Like, hey guys, welcome to Getting Over It. Oh, I dropped. Man, that's not the point of the game. I should be playing it easier. No. Bennett Foddy, can you put a save system in this game? Like, what about an easy mode? Can I just watch all the cutscenes? That's Twitch's job for you. No. It's very much the Cuphead difficulty discussion, which I understand. I understand if you want to buy the game, you want to have all the content through easy mode, if you like playing easy mode. But it is developer intent if they want to lock content behind harder challenges. That's what video games are. Did you know if you're really bad at Super Mario, you can only look at the first world because you've lost before you get to the second world? So, I understand, Bennett Foddy. You're putting exclusive content behind skill caps. And you know what? I'm fine with that. So I said I was gonna wrap up like 2 minutes ago, and I'm gonna actually make it to the orange area before I do. Okay, you hear me? I'm quitting at orange area. Which means it's gonna take another 30 minutes. This is what I think of your game, Bennett Fraudy. Haha. Get it? Because it's not Foddy, it's Fraudy. Poop. No. See, look, I'm so close to the orange area and I can't fall here, so I'm gonna call it a game, guys. Okay. Just give me uno momento. Find out what's down here. No. No, I'm not. Okay, welcome to the orange area. This is my game. And I enjoyed it. And I am gonna win again, okay? So I'll talk to you on the flip side. Bye. Oh. Bye.